So about Magic Carpet 2. So the big criticism of original Magic Carpet, which I think is a very intellectually interesting game. I don't technically enjoy playing it, but
I wrote in my notes a game that is always better in theory than practice.
that is exactly what I
And
would say. Like most Peter Molyneux games, it is far better in theory than it is in practice.
I mean, there are better example of Peter Molyneux games, just in
It,
case anybody watches this video. But
right.
I get your idea. I mean, it sounds like an idea I thought of while on mushrooms or something. You fly
Well,
around and you like kill or capture genies, and there's power, mana stuff.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's really interesting. In some ways, it has the visual presentation of terminal velocity, but the game itself is sort of a first-person real-time strategy game where you build the structure that houses your mana, and then you try to go out and collect mana, like an RTS's resource, and you can use that to build things and unlock skills that you can use to fight monsters and fight other wizards who are trying to sort of steal back your mana and things like that. Like it's very interesting. It sort of reminds me in some ways of Herzog's Zwei, which is a Genesis kind of single player, like flies around and interfaces with the land, but can like create things and directly attack or indirectly attack. Like this is sort of like when real time strategy was figuring itself out before like Warcraft slash Command and Conquer was like the only way that you can make it RTS. There are a lot of people who are introducing these interesting sort of elements of what would later be considered RTS into games from different genres with different kinds of presentation. And so, from an experimental standpoint, it's really cool. From a gameplay standpoint, especially the original game was a little samey. And so,
yeah. So they address the sameness concerns.
right,
One, by adding objectives, because in the
yes,
first one, it's always sort of the same. I can't even describe it well. It's like you need to bring balance to the force, so you have to
yeah. So you're trying to get a certain
yeah,
amount of mana that you collect
yeah,
in these balls that you pick up with the balloon from the environment. So that meant that every level is basically the same. So they decided to add more variety, both visually and in terms of your objectives. So
yeah,
now you have to defeat a certain number of this enemy, or you have to defeat this guy, or you might be playing it in an indoor location. Before it was all just one outdoor location. You might be inside a cave. It might be night. It might be day. Like they tried to
yeah.
do that and to show off this variety that they've now introduced to Magic Carpet. They have told us about some command line switches that we can use with the demo to try out the different levels. So
Yeah. And in the marketing, they also said they updated the graphics. I don't feel like they upgraded it much over
eh,
the high res version of.
it looks
I
very
don't believe
similar
it.
to
That's
me.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
that's what they always said, I guess,
that's
back
what they
then. I
say,
mean,
right?
in general, I think in the days before, social media and other stuff, I think they just, if they didn't get the sales they wanted, they just released the game twice, sort of as an expansion.
Right. Okay, so should we try out level 0? And I mean, if you just run Carpet 2, it'll drop you into level 0, which is trying to show you how they've innovated by giving you both night levels and indoor levels by showing you what I believe is an indoor night level.
Yeah. I should stand corrected. It's the Netherworlds, not Netherlands. It would be kind of,
So, for any Dutch
you
people
know,
out there who were
yeah,
offended, I'm so sorry. It was an honest
well,
mistake. Alan
they
didn't mean it. And we also
they
have, look,
oh wow.
the way it was meant to be played. Oh, wait, that's NVIDIA.
Oh, I didn't see that on DOSBox. So this is
Oh,
proof of your
well,
genuine intel.
yeah.
Genuine intel.
You hear that? That's right. We are playing this on in case people didn't remember, we are playing this on my vintage 1995 setup with a Pentium 133 and a Matrox Millennium graphics card. So this is, Magic Carpet's typical inscrutable startup screen here. They like their menu to be symbolic so that you don't know what to do. This one where the guy's dying or he's in a tomb, I think that means quit to DOS. Or is that play game? I don't know. I think this one's play. Or was it? No, it was one of these. It was play. This one's
I think
play?
it's the one on the left, yeah.
This is play. I don't know what this is.
Yeah.
You can't do that. This up and down
It's
one.
the
These
demo, so there's not much.
Those don't do anything either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we should note there's also going to be a lot of SVGA this month. But let's just hop in. So now, before you see this, do know that my capture equipment does darken the image somewhat. However, not this much. So it's a little bit on the.
They went a bit far in the dark.
Yeah, they went a bit far.
But here's your objective
side.
right there.
Kill creature goat.
That's how I talk.
Yeah, kill creature goat. Do you know? So what color does the goat appear on my? Is that a goat? Is that what? No, that's a. Sorry, that's just a regular moth or something. So I'm clipping through things pretty hard here, and I don't know, So what we're being asked to do here is to find a goat in a cave at night. We do have radar, which is nice, and I see there's something going on over here. Ah, there we go. So they're the goats. Wow. Okay, getting heavy return fire. Okay, so the goats are driving all these monoballs here, which is nice, and it's just incredibly dark. What the indoor levels and the night levels make me really want is to have the outdoors back, so we can. So we'll have daytime back. This is an outdoor level, right? Those are clouds, I think. There's one goat that's eluded me.
The sight distance was never that far on Magic Carpet, and I feel like the bright sort of...
That's the hardest completed objective. Now I have to fly to point. I'm good at flying to points, if I knew where the point was. This is very dramatic. Okay. So I just went right back over my own path. So where am I going? When you're just over the dark ocean and you can see nothing, it's like, okay, now what am I doing? Is this the point? Was this the point? Did I find the point? I don't know. I don't know. This seems like it's point-like, but I mean, okay. Magic Carpet, everyone. No,
I guess you're not a fan of the objectives, huh? You can't even fly to a point.
Well, is it like MechWarrior 2, where I can like turn on my autopilot and navigate to Nav Alpha or Nav Beta? So what were some of the other levels where you could do level? Well, what's level 1? Magic Carpet 2, not set in the Netherlands. It's not, guys. It's
well, it would have been a big departure from the sort of Arabian Nights, to go to Amsterdam or something.
Yeah, I would have appreciated. That would have been more like variety in the game. So this looks like the first Magic Carpet, right?
Yeah.
So again, we got to fly to some point, and I mean, my computer is the fastest computer that you can own at this point. 133 megahertz Pentium 3 is fastest, but it's like way too fast. It's like crazy fast, and I think I'm pretty sure I have set the game speed to be as slow as I can, which means that this is a pretty high performance game. I mean, it's really, from a technical standpoint, the original is pretty impressive, and this one's pretty impressive too. Anyway, it's more Magic Carpet. You remember Magic Carpet 1's hubristic ad campaign? Are you sick of Doom yet? Well, no one was sick of Doom at the time Magic Carpet came out. Doom was like continuing to grow in popularity because Doom 2 had just been released, the first retail version of Doom, and services like Dwango were making it more popular than ever to play online and deathmatch. And there was no big magic carpet, not to my knowledge, there was no big magic carpet deathmatch scene. People were lugging their 40-pound 4d6s.
I mean,
so they could
theoretically
all go
there could have been
mana together. I mean, I think if it would be cool to host a magic carpet LAN party and just see how it went. I'm not demonstrating this game very well because I don't know where the point is, which is a problem. But also,
I mean, they spent a lot of development time putting multiplayer into this game, which I agree with you. Nobody probably ever used it, other than at Bullfrog maybe.
Yeah.
But it could. I mean, it would have been fun, but it's not. It's not like Doom, and I'm sure
it's fun. It's interesting. I think if for a while, going after someone trying to claim their mana, like if you really dedicate time to it and everyone else who's playing is bought in, I think it's fun. Erzog Zwei is the same way, right? It's weird, it's quirky, it's of its era. It's not the way you think of a strategy game, nowadays on the PC, but it has depth and good mechanics. I just never found it all that compelling. I'm sorry.